Alright, guys, so again, we got another movie, and this is honestly very shocking. I don't know, probably to some people, but I finally watched The Corpse Bride by Tim Burton. Again, I know this movie is heavily beloved by people. I know this movie is heavily beloved by people. So we got Johnny Depp in this playing Victor Van Dort. We got Helena Bonham Carter playing Emily the Corpse Bride. So what happens is Johnny Depp's character Victor and another character by the name of Victoria, who's played by Emily Watson, their families have arranged marriages, and they really don't know each other. And they're like, oh my gosh, because he's very shy. Victor is he's kind of of an introvert, and like, okay, why would I be marrying a lord? I don't know nothing about her, and because of my status, what's the point? And the reason why Victoria's parents are marrying her off is because they're not going to have enough money, or barely have enough money, to even keep up the house or even keep up with themselves. So when they go through the practice of the night before the marriage, and Victor cannot get the vows correctly, so they get angry with him, and he just storms off and he starts practicing the vows over and over and over and over. And he finally gets it right, but he puts the ring on what he thinks is a twig, and it turns out to be the corpse bride, aka Emily. And she automatically, wants him around, like, oh, it's my husband. But he's trying to get away from her as fast as possible. Like, oh my gosh, these are dead people that I'm around. And we find out Emily had a very tragic backstory. She was used, she was pretty much seduced. She was manipulated by some person that took her for her money and also her life. And she doesn't remember very much. But Victor, he tries to explain in certain, subtlety that, he wants to try to make things work with Victoria. He's able to make his way back to her. Emily brings him back to the underworld, and then they come to an understanding of, if Victoria is going to be married by somebody else, by this other lord, then what's the point of actually trying when someone seems to be wanting to be with Victor, even though their marriage is false due to him being alive, her being dead? And they go through the fact of, okay, the only way to make this official, and if you both still want this, especially Victor, then he's gonna have to become the undead as well. And when they go through the marriage of doing this, and other people get reunited with their lost loved ones, and what's crazy is that they're about ready to go through the ceremony, and they mess up the dinner party pretty much for Victoria and that one lord. But we find out later on that that lord that Victoria was going to marry was only wanting to get with Victoria for her money, obviously, which she didn't really have any. And at the same time, he was the one that took Victoria's life, or Emily's life. And Emily was able to get her justice because of what happened. Because when the poison that Victor was going to drink, he drinks it, thinking that he won, and he didn't. So she got her justice, and she was able to move on. And Victor and Victoria were going to be able to be together. Now, again, I know there's a lot of people that have said, and from what I've looked up, that this movie is connected somehow to Nightmare Before Christmas, which again it could be, and I think there's another movie that is connected as well, which again it's a very interesting fan theory from what I've heard. This movie was interesting. It had some comedy, it had some drama, it did have some songs in there. I was not a big fan of the songs, but overall, I think the movie was alright. Again, if I saw it back then, I'm not sure if I'd feel different than how I do now. Again, I like Tim Burton's art style. It was very dark, it was very gritty, it was very comical. It was very interesting for that type of art. But again, the whole with the music and all this, it wasn't really for me. But I'm probably only gonna watch this movie one time. Again, I know other people love this movie and that's fine. But at the end of the day, I think it's gonna be a one and done for me. Again, I love Johnny Depp's portrayal of this character. I love Helena Bonham Carter's portrayal of this character. They are a incredible duo together when they are on set, when they do a movie together. Which again, they've done so many movies together, from Dark Shadows to The Lone Ranger to Sweeney Todd to, Alice in Wonderland. Man, what else? The list goes on. And now this movie. And again, this movie's an older movie. But if you guys have seen this movie, obviously I know probably you have, but this is my first time watching. What do you guys think of it? Is it a good movie? Is it a bad movie? Is it okay? Is it overrated? Is it underrated? What's your thoughts on it? Let me know about it down in the comments. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you as always on the next one.